Hi, Peter Kalos here with Melbourne Actors Lab. Thanks for joining us. I get asked this question a lot. I can't access my emotions. How do I exit my emotions? And I always tell people the moment you think emotions, it's a trap. Because what happens now is you're putting a result on the body. And the first thing that the body will do is shut down, get tense. Okay? There's a few ingredients you need. First of all, this is where relaxation is paramount. For those of you that have heard about relaxation. If you haven't, I've got a YouTube video on it. Lee Strasberg's relaxation. Do it because the body, the instrument is relaxed. Okay? I want you to understand this. When you get tense or when you get emotional in real life, we get tense and the body gets tight. We don't even breathe. We go, and it gets tense and it shuts down and things don't come out. But if you relax, the body opens up. I literally want you to think of it as the body opening up. And with that opening up, emotions come out. I don't want you to think of emotions as an actor. The last thing you should think of as an actor is emotions, because that's a result. You don't go home to go, I'm going to go home to get angry. I'm going to go home to get sad. No, it's things that trigger those emotions. So if you think of triggers, there's a better chance that you will convince or trick your instrument or your body to believing those things, and then the emotions will come out. And even if they don't, we'll still buy the behavior that you're creating. You don't have to be emotional. That's the trap and that's the result, and we don't want you to think like that. Now, there are some skills involved. First of all, let's assume, I'll give you an example. Recently, there was a girl, she was in an audition, and her brother had to die in her arms, okay? So what happens is that if she's imagining a result like crying, okay, all she's doing then is thinking of the result crying. She's not creating the brother, she's not looking at the brother, she's not taking the brother in, she's separating herself from the reality of the scene and creating just the tears. And at very, very best, even if she gets the tears down, the audience or we will notice that the emotions are there, but they're disconnected. Okay? Now, if you are thinking, and Stella Adler was brilliant for this, always heighten your choices. If it's your brother dying in your arms, let's assume you don't have a brother, who do you care about? I don't care if it's a dog that you're thinking of, or a pet, or a cat, or your best friend. The point is, don't just think about them, but you've got to create them in your arms. And one way to create them, we spoke about this in the past, sensory work, you touch them very, very specifically. You can smell people or pets, because smell is also another trigger. So you can touch them and hold them and listen to them and believe in them. Also, when you're creating these things sensorially, if I want to use that word, it's very important that you understand the skill factor. Focus on what feeds you, shut down the things around you that don't feed you. Because if I'm trying to create someone in my arms and I get distracted by the hair and makeup people or the camera, all these people, once I start paying attention to all these things, this world goes out the window. So shut down everything else. Ignore it all. Focus on this. We're not idiots. I can still hear the director. If the director says move this way or move a little bit to the left or move, I can still do it. But I don't let go of this. I'm still in this. So now I've got to create this person, which happens to be my brother. I don't have a brother in real life, but I would create someone I care about. I would use my kids, because you always got to go with the strongest choice as an actor. If you aim up here, you lose something in the reality of it. You go on a film set, it's not believable, so you'll end up down here. So always pick the strongest choice. I would pick a child, even though the script said a brother. I would pick a child. Now, I would go on a film set in real life right now. They would have an actor. I just met this actor. I have zero connection to this actor. It would be an actor playing my brother. I would close my eyes for a few seconds while they're getting everything else ready. I would create what I need, even though the other actor's here or not. I would look at them in the eye. I would be seeing my child, not the other actor. And then what happens is, from that moment, you believe that this person is whoever you want. You take them in, and then look what happens. If I'm thinking emotions, the first thing the actor would do is look at the camera and try and cry. That is very, very different from if I said to you, try and save your brother. Now you're looking around for help. You could call out for help. If there's, depends on where you are. You could reach out to them. You could try to get them to take one last breath. You could try and wait, struggle to keep them alive. See, then not only do I get all these different behaviors, I also get a very good possibility that the emotion is triggered by everything else I've created. So don't think emotion, think the realities of the scene, think the realities of the scene that could trigger the emotions. Because that's what we do in real life, right? It's all triggered by this stuff. We as actors know what it looks like, or we read the script and we visualize ourselves crying. So then we latch onto the result and we go get that result. And it's a body, it's not a machine. So now we force it, it shuts down, we start to panic, and then we start to push it. And even if it comes out, it seems forced or it seems disconnected. I want you to focus on the realities of the situation given to you by the script. Create them sensorially. Don't just think about them. Touch, smell, all that stuff. Okay? Shut down everything that does not feed you. Focus on the things that feed you. And don't worry about the emotions. Whether they come or not is actually irrelevant. Because even if I don't see you crying over your brother, I'll see the reality of that situation, looking for help, trying to get him alive, trying to do this, holding him, hugging him, all that kind of stuff. All that behavior is fed once you take the emotions out of the equation. That's a big one as an actor, because most push for that result, and I'm saying the result may or may not get there. It's actually relevant. I want to see someone who's got their brother dying in their arms. I don't want to see someone crying. That's different. I hope this makes sense to you, okay? Because I want you to understand that while you're doing all this stuff, while you're creating this person as someone you care about, while you're looking for help, that's at the end of the day, that's what the camera will see. And somewhere in that behavior, they'll see moments of agony, moments of sadness, moments of tears, moments of passion, moments of love. But if you think crying or one singular emotion, at very best, that's all they'll get. And the audience will kind of go, yeah, they cried, but there's nothing else going on. So emotions are a result of the things we create, not necessarily what we are trying to create. Get them off your vocab, get them out of your acting list, okay? Think things, realities, situations, create them, and the emotions will take care of by themselves. It's a big trust factor. You need a trained instrument. You need complete awareness of your own craft. And the great ones don't think emotions. I hope this helps. But try it also. Try it at home when you're at home. Try creating these moments. Don't wait for you to get that big audition, because then you're going to panic. You're going to stress out the body. Do it once a week. Create someone dying in your arms. Do it again a week later. Do it again a month later. Do it again a month after that. Then it becomes a skill, not just an idea. Because that's the truth. Many people don't do it, so they get an audition and they panic, and this instrument starts to close down on them. So, try it all. Let me know how you go. Thanks.